What is up, guys, and welcome to the handstand slide away workout. The handstand slide away is such an important exercise. It's gonna help you develop strength, it's gonna help you develop proprioception, coordination, all this stuff, but it's really every time that you jump up into a handstand, that you're about to fall out of a handstand, or really anything at all in your handstand, you're gonna constantly come through this movement. Today's class is gonna basically consist of two parts. First part, give it 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to really quickly explain the movement we're doing and why it's so important for you to learn. And then right after this, we're going to get into training. We're going to warm up, do some injury prevention work, we're going to do some skill work, and of course, we're going to finish some conditioning at the end. Now, the handstand slide away looks as followed. You're on the wall, both feet are on the wall, ankles connected, toes connected, scapula is elevated, everything is tight. You lean your shoulders towards the front, kind of like you're planking, staying protracted until your feet lift off the wall. You travel them on top. You push out nice and tall, and you come back to the wall. Now, this skill is so important because, like I said earlier, every time you jump up into your handstand, you might jump a little bit short, you come through this. Every time you start to fall into underbalance, you catch yourself, you come through exactly the same movement. Which means, in order to do this well, you have to first develop the strength to do it, and then you need to develop the proprioception to not do too much, but also not too little of it, right? You need to do it just right, and it's not always super easy, and for this we really have to train. When we train this later, it's really important that you stay on point with your form and technique. What do I mean? When your shoulders lean towards the front, you need to be protracted. You can't slide in, your back can't arch, and you cannot pike at the hips. Let me explain to you why real quick, and it's going to be the last thing that I'll explain today. When you're doing the slide away movement at the wall, leading the shoulders towards the front is great. You're going to build the strength, you're going to get off the wall. But you can also get off the wall by just pulling on the hips until you're basically able to take your feet off the wall. Now the problem here is that number one, as you unpike, you create momentum, you might fall over. But the real problem is also you're cutting yourself short, building this extra bit of shoulder strength that you need so dearly. This means you can cheat in this exercise. You're going to get really good at this earlier stage of your training. But later on, when we're without the wall, freestanding, when we really try to make it work, you don't have the strength to support your handstand, and you're not going to make it, okay? So even when it gets hard, stay strict. All you're going to need for today's workout is, well, a wall, a bit of floor space where we can do our warm-up and our activation work, and 2 yoga blocks are going to come in super handy. You don't absolutely need them, but you're going to see later why they're so very handy. That being said, let's get started straight away. We're going to get started at the end of our mat, feet together. We're going to do a little wrist waving, bringing the hands overhead. We're going to bring the hands back down. And then we're going to do the same thing out in front, bringing the hands overhead. And we're going to bring the hands back down. We're going to interlock the hands behind the head, feet about shoulder width apart, bend to the right, come back to the middle, bend to the left, come back to the middle, bend to the right. Rotate the upper body, keeping the feet stable, parallel to the floor, diagonally out towards the front. Extend your hands nice and long, bend your knees a little bit, hang down and relax. Roll back up one vertical at a time. We're going to put your hands behind the head, bend to the left, the same thing again. Come to the middle, bend to the right, come to the middle, bend to the left, rotate the upper body diagonal to the floor, hands out towards the front. Bend your knees a little bit, roll down, all nice and relaxed, roll back up one vertebrae at a time. Very nice. Now we're going to put the feet together. We're going to put the hands overhead. You're going to interlock your thumbs, palms of the hands facing towards the front like they would in a handstand. We're going to push the shoulders open, core is engaged, scapula is elevated. We're going to squat down nice and low. You push your shoulders open, but your core is engaged, so your back doesn't arch. Big backward circle with the hands. We're going to walk the hands out towards the front. We're going to walk down to the forearm plank, posterior pelvic tilt, hips low, protracted. Walk back up, and we're going to walk the hands back, rolling back up to standing. Let's do the same thing one more time. Hands overhead, interlock the thumbs, push the shoulders open, elevate the scapula, core is engaged, squat down nice and low. Big backward circle with the hands, walk the hands out towards the front, walk down to the forearm plank, walk back up to the push-up, walk the hands back, and we're going to do this one last time. Hands overhead, elevate the shoulders, core is engaged, scapula is elevated, squat down low. Big backward circle, walk the hands out towards the front, walk down to the forearm plank, lay down on your tummy. Nice. Hands out in front, feet about shoulder width apart on the floor. You're going to lift your hands off the floor, look towards the front, pull your elbows back as much as you can, lift the upper body off the floor, put the upper body back down, reach your hands out in front, pull back, lift up, back down, knee in front, pull back, lift up, back down. 3 more, pull back, lift up, back down. 2 more, pull back, lift up, back down. Last one, pull back, lift up, back down. In front, hands next to the hips. Open your feet, put your feet outside the mat. Internally rotate your shoulders, anterior deltoid, pinky finger touch the floor. Externally rotate, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up towards the ceiling. 1, roll towards the front. Roll back, squeeze back, look up. 2, roll in front. Roll back, squeeze back, look up. 3, roll in front. Roll back, squeeze back, look up. 4, roll in front. Roll back, squeeze back, look up. 5, one last one in front. And now roll back, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Beautiful, relax. Hands are going to be on the floor just outside the face. We're going to tuck the elbows, feet are flexed, knees are up. We're going to push the forearms into the floor, come to a really nice protracted forearm plank, hips in a posterior pelvic tilt. Don't let them stick out here, right here. Lay back down. Push up to this forearm plank, back down. Push up nice and protracted, warm up your shoulder blades, back down. Last one, forearm plank, beautiful. Now you're going to wiggle your feet a little bit towards your elbows, so our hips come up. Now I want to push the armpits towards the big toes, getting a little bit into a shoulder stretch, a calf stretch, a hamstring stretch. And now with a posterior pelvic tilt protracted, we're going to push the hips down, shoulders come out towards the front. 1. Armpits towards the big toes. Shoulders out towards the front. 2. Armpits towards the big toes. Shoulders out towards the front. 3. Armpits towards the big toes. Shoulders out towards the front. 4. Beautiful. Walk up to the push-up. Walk your knees in, so you have your knees underneath your hips, knees hover above the floor. Now here we're going to slide in into retraction really slowly and protract. Retract slowly, protract. Retract, keep your elbows locked, protract. Retract, protract. Extend the knees, hips come up, downward dog. Bring the knees back down. Anterior pelvic tilt, extend the knees. Hips come up, downward dog. And the knees come back down. So just 3 more times. And 1. Now I want you to exhale as you get to your downward dog. Exhale. 2. Last downward dog we're going to hold. Hips come up. Push the shoulders back. Beautiful. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Interlock your elbows. Pull your elbows down towards the floor until your pelvic tilt get nice and long. Put your hands on the floor. Bend your knees a little bit. Roll back up to standing. Nice. Welcome. A little warm-up sequence. From here, we're going to come back to the wall. We're going to keep the core engaged so the ribs don't fly out. Arms are going to be parallel to the floor. We're going to reach the hands overhead. We're going to slide up on the wall. Don't let your ribs flare. Keep the ribs in. Slide back down. Bring the arms back to parallel. Reach overhead. Slide up. Back down to parallel. Reach overhead. Slide up. Back down. Last one. Reach overhead. Slide up, back down to parallel. Let's do the same thing the other way around. Watch me first, because once you're looking at the wall, you can't see me. Here's the idea. You're going to have your big toes against the wall, chest against the wall, hands are going to be overhead, elbows are locked. Now we're going to do 4 movements. Movement number 1, we reach as tall as we can. Movement number 2, we pull the hands away from the wall, keep the chest on the wall. Movement number 3, we put the hands back on the wall. Movement number 4, we pull into depression. Don't pull your shoulder blades away, don't bend your elbows. I want you to look at your hands. Don't put your nose against the wall. Look up towards your hands. Really important. Visualize yourself being in a handstand, okay? Toes against the wall, chest against the wall, elbows are locked, hands shoulder width apart. Push as tall as you can. Pull the hands away from the wall. Put your hands back on the wall. Pull into depression. 1. Reach as tall as you can. Pull the hands away from the wall. Put the hands back on the wall. Depress. 2. Reach tall. Pull away. Back to the wall. Deep press. 3 is going to be your last one, your biggest one, your strongest one. Reach as tall as you can. Pull the hands away from the wall. Keep the chest on the wall. Look at your hands. Put your hands back on the wall. Pull down into depression. Shake it out. Beautiful. Very nice. Now, if you have yoga blocks, this is going to be a good moment to get them. If you don't have yoga blocks, I'm going to show you a variation without. Here's the idea. We're going to put the blocks next to each other. We're basically going to put our legs down. So the blocks are just on top of the knees. Right here. Not on the knees, but on top of the knees, basically on your thighs. You can put your hands out towards the front or in a forearm plank. If you don't have blocks, you flex your feet and you're going to pretend that there are blocks. Now make it quite a bit harder, but hey, if you don't have blocks, you got to be tough. In this position here now, basically want to push the hands into the floor, engaging the core, coming up here, and we're going to come back down. If you bring your hands further in, you go to a forearm plank, of course it's going to get much easier. But you know, It's handstand training. You're here for a little challenge. Place your blocks right on top of the knees, on your thighs, hands out towards the front, lock the elbows, hands shoulder width apart, look at your hands, core is engaged, push the hands down, lift your chest off the floor, come back down. Think protraction, posterior pelvic tilt, stable. Lift up, back down. 4 more. Lift up, back down, lift up, back down, lift up. Last one, lift up, and relax. Okay, nice, shake it out. Great job, well done. We're gonna get rid of the box for now. We're gonna do a little wrist warm up. We wanna put your hands together in front of body, spread your fingers nice and wide, push the hands down, slowly come back up. Push the hands down, slowly come back up. Push the hands down in front of the body, back up. Last one, we're gonna push down, we're gonna stay down. Rotate the hands towards the front and back. In front and back. In front and back. Last one, in front and back. Put the hands on the floor, we're gonna stretch them through in every single direction. Now, for this slide away, right, the first thing we actually have to get good at is the chest to wall handstand. Nothing is going to help us here. We need to get the hands close to the wall. If the hands are far away from the wall for the slide away, it's going to get physically exhausting. It becomes impossible to take the feet off the wall. Number 2, you need to be comfortable with getting up and down on the wall. If getting up the wall already takes all the mental and physical power you have, you're not going to be able to focus on your movement, right? So the first thing that we're really going to do is we're going to warm up getting up into the wall. Here's the idea. We're going to start on all 4. Elbows are locked, pit of the elbows 45 degrees towards the front. Shoulders not on top of the wrist, but a little bit more in front so your fingertips push into the floor. We're going to start with a cow. Then we're going to push into the cat, rounding the shoulders like we've been practicing, leaning them a bit towards the front, push them into a protraction, anterior deltoids touch in front of your chest. Arch your back into the cow. Push into the protraction cat. Anterior pelvic tilt in the cow. Arch your back a little bit. Flex your feet, because now in this cat, you're going to push the floor away. You're going to push the big toes into the floor. You're going to lift your knees off the floor. Knees and hips are going to come up, stay fingertip heavy, push the floor away. We're going to bring the knees back down. We're going to do one more cow. And now in this cat, push the floor away, knees and hips come up. Walk your hands towards your feet, but stay fingertip heavy. Keep your full flat hand on the floor. Your entire hands plus your big toes are touching the floor, up on your tippy toes. You walk away again. 2, 3, 4. Knees come down. And we're relaxing the cow. Beautiful. Now, at the wall, here's what we're going to do. Watch me first, then we're going to do it together. You're going to have your feet against the wall on all 4 still. Your hands are about the length of one hand away from your knees. It's going to put you in the perfect position at the wall. If in doubt, you can put your hands a tiny bit closer, not further than this. It's not going to work, trust me. We're going to do the cow and the cat. And we're going to come up like we just practiced. Now we want you to put the big toe on the knee and the other big toe and knee against the wall. We're going to push the floor away. We're going to come straight away back down. Keeping the knees straight, because we're also straight away going back up, staying nice and tall, really looking at the hands, staying elevated, elbows are locked, we come down, then we're going to come to the cat and we relax into the cow. Do exactly this. I know you might be really advanced, you're really good at this, but do this because it's going to help you for the next progressions. Trust me a little bit, okay? Big toes and knees touch the wall, feet are flexed. You ready? Starting on all 4, in the cow. We're going to push into the cat, knees and hips come up, first leg steps into the wall. Second leg steps into the wall, push the floor away. Big toes and knees touch the wall. You look at the space between your hands and you stay elevated. Now you step down, knees are locked, you step straight away back up. You step back up one more time, push the floor away, get nice and tall. Stay elevated, elbows are locked, step down. You're going to bring the knees to the floor and we're going to relax in the cow. While you rest, I'll show you the next exercise. So we're going to come here, we're going to come up here, we're going to come into our little walk row. Now you're going to extend one leg up on the wall. We're going to extend the other leg up on the wall. We get nice and stable. Pull back down. We pull back down. Then we do it a second time. We extend the leg up. We extend the leg up. We're acting like a wall plank position. Actually harder than a wall handstand because you're further away. Pulling the knees down. You step down to the floor and you relax. Okay? Let's do it together. We're going to start on all 4. We're going to do the cow. Straight away into the cat. Push the floor away. Protracted. Knees and hips come up. First leg steps into the wall, big toe and knees. Second leg steps into the wall, big toe and knees, push the floor away. Right leg slides up, left leg slides up, wall plank, nice and tight, elevated, elbows are locked. Left leg pulls down, right leg pulls down. Let's repeat on the other side. Left leg slides up, right leg slides up, push the floor far away. Right leg pulls down, left leg pulls down, step down to the floor, step down to the floor, knees come to the floor, you're in the cat, we're relaxing the cow. Hey, nicely done. There's only 2 sets done. Our warm-up is almost through. Now for this last one, we're going to do exactly the same beginning. We're going to come up here, we're going to slide one leg up, second leg up, then we're going to take a couple steps towards the wall so you come as close as you can to the wall, but you always look at your hands. Your nose is not going towards the wall. You look at your hands, you stay elevated, and only your big toes touch the wall. Then you walk away from the wall, and we come down and we relax, right? Easy as that. Let's do it together. We're only going to do 1 set, and then we're straight away going to go into our skill practice, the slide away practice. It's going to be exciting, trust me. Feet on the wall on the floor, you're on your knees, hands in front of your knees, elbows locked, pit of the elbows 45 degrees towards the front, you're protracted. We're going to do the cow, into the cat, knees and hips come up, first leg steps into the wall, second leg steps into the wall, first leg slides up the wall, second leg slides up the wall, we're doing the wall plank, everything is nice and engaged. Now walk towards the wall, little steps but strong steps. Come close to the wall, push the floor away, don't look at the wall, look a spot in between your hands. Now you walk away from the wall, at least 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Nice, nice. Welcome to the chest to wall handstand. That is going to become your new best friend. Now from here, we need to start leaning our shoulders towards the front, and we're going to take this in a couple little steps. The first step is going to be that we use the blocks. Here's the idea. We want to use these blocks to basically measure, to have not just a visual, but really a physical response to our shoulders leaning towards the front. So you want to build a triangle with your blocks. Really, you can use anything that you want. Here you can see it well, right? The idea is that we're going to stand them up, like so. We're going to put our hand underneath the block. Your middle finger basically touches the block. And this first exercise, we're truly going to start in the push-up. See, I made it a little bit too easy for myself, right here. We're going to start in the push-up. And the idea now is protracted, posterior power tilt, lean in front. We touch the blocks, and we come back. Lean in front, touch, and we come back. That's going to be the first exercise. We're going to do it together. Just start slowly. Trust me on this one. Let's do 4 reps. You ready? Hands on the floor, push-up position, posterior power tilt, protracted, lean the shoulders in front, tap the blocks, come back. In front, tap the blocks, come back. In front, tap the blocks, come back. Last one, in front, tap the blocks, come back. Good. Easy? Great. I love when it's easy. Now, let's make it a little bit more interesting. We're going to take the block close to the wall. By now, you should know approximately what's your position of your hands. I know it. It's 1 size of hands away from my knees. So I'm going to put the blocks just in front of this. Watch me first. We're going to do it together. Now, in this position here, we're going to come up the wall to our frog position. Now I'm going to push my big toes into the wall, pushing the hips away from the wall. And with my hips on top, I'm going to lean my shoulders in front, tap the blocks, and I come all the way back to the wall. Extend the knees, straight handstand, shoulders lean in front, tap the blocks, come all the way back to the wall. We're going to do 4 reps of this. This is starting to be a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to need you to really get your head in the game and focus on this one. Stay slow, stay in control. You first want to push the entire body away until you're stacked on top of your hands, and then you just lean the shoulders in front before you bring everything back to the wall. Let's get this one started. Build your little tower from the blocks. Place your hand right underneath the blocks. Your hand needs to already be ready. Middle finger against the line of the blocks. Other hand goes onto the floor as well. Feet are on the floor, but against the wall. We're going to do the cow. Into the cat. Knees and hips come up. First leg steps into the wall. Remember, big toe and knee. Second leg steps into the wall, big toe and knee. Now from here, push your big toes into the wall. Slide towards the front with your entire body. And now just the hips, the shoulders come out towards the front. Tap the block, back to the wall. Let's do 3 more. Push the wall away. Lean towards the front. Tap the blocks. Come back. 2. Again. In front. 3. Last one. In front. Tap the blocks with your arms. Come back. 4. Step down. Step down. To the cat. And relax in the cow. Nice. So far so good. Now, we want to take this 1 step further. We basically want to take the blocks closer to the wall and do this actually in a chest to wall handstand. Now here's kind of like the caveat to this exercise, which makes it a little bit more challenging. When the blocks are close enough to the wall, you can actually do the slide away movement. You cannot start with your hands already. That's just not enough space. So you need to come up the wall and then sneak your hand underneath before you can then do your little slide away. Okay? Let me show it to you once what I mean. We're basically going to find our way up the wall. Scooch over, put the right hand in front of the block, middle finger touches the block. Feet are going to be together, we're elevated, core is engaged. Feet slide down the wall as the shoulders lean in front. I touch the blocks, and I push back up. Here, touch the blocks, push back up. I don't want you to arch your back. Stay protracted, stay well. Once you're done, don't come down like weepy be responsible, take these extra gains, walk your hands over, walk down, okay? It's gonna require focus, it's not easy. We're gonna do 2 sets of 3, 1 to break the ice and 1 to be excellent, to exceed expectations. Here's the plan. We're gonna start with the hands on the floor, making our way up the wall, chest to the wall. Let's get it. Join me right away, please. Find yourself on the wall. Don't let the others wait for you now. Middle finger touches the blocks, feet are together, ankles are connected, use elevated scapula, core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Shoulders lean in front, feet slide down the wall, touch the blocks, push back up 1. Shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks, push back up 2. 1 last one, shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks, push back up 3, come down and relax. Well done, cool, I like that, I like that. It's not easy, I know, but we're gonna do a second set of this after a short little break. In the second set, look, you know kind of what's coming now, you know what we're doing. Focus, core is engaged. Don't arch, don't pike, just do it right. You know how to do it right, I taught it to you right. So let's do it right together. You ready for the second set? Let's get it straight away. Let's get up the wall. Let's make it work. Right hand or left hand, up to you. Middle finger touches the block. Elevated, core is engaged, everything is tight. Shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks. Push back up 1. Shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks. Push back up 2. Shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks. Push back up 3. Last one. Shoulders lean in front, touch the blocks. Push back up 4. Nice, come down, relax. Snuck a little extra one for you in there. Did you like that? Good. It's important that we do a little bit more every once in a while. Now we're going to get rid of the blocks for now. We don't need them for a hot second. I want to take this movement down to the forearm stand. It's going to give our wrists a little break. It's going to arguably make it quite a bit easier because you're cutting out a whole bunch of moving parts of your body. But at the same time, it's going to get a little bit harder because if you have tight lats, it's harder to elevate. Let me show you what I mean. We're basically going to come to a forearm stand close to the wall. And now in this position here, I want you to lean the shoulders towards the front, like we did now. But as you push the shoulders back, one leg's going to come off the wall. Here. Shoulders lean in front, we change legs. The other leg comes off the wall. And we do it one last time, shoulders lean in front. And we push back up. Let me show it to you one more time, really focus on what I'm doing here. As I lean towards the front, my feet are together. When I push back, one leg comes off the wall. When I lean in front, both feet are on the wall. As I push back, the other leg comes off the wall. And last but not least, you lean towards the front, you push back up, both feet on the wall, right? So as your shoulders lean towards the front, you always have both feet on the wall. As you push back, one foot comes off the wall, then the other foot, and finally both feet are off the wall. Are you ready to get this started? Because I sure am. Enough talking, let's get it. Look at the floor in your forearm stand and make sure there's a lot of distance between your nose and the floor. You have to elevate as much as you can. Let's get to work. Find yourself in a forearm stand nice and close to the wall. Look at the floor, lots of distance between your nose and the floor. Lean shoulders towards the front. Push back, one foot leaves the wall. Shoulders lean in front. Push back, the other foot leaves the wall. Shoulders lean in front. Both feet are on the wall, push back. Nice. Come down and relax. Hey, well, here's the good news. I'm only going to leave you alone with your forearm stands for now. And we're going to move on and do exactly the same movement on our hands in a full handstand. Okay? Let's give it a try. Do you remember how to do it? Because I'm not going to show it again. We're going to straight away do it together. I want you to work out a bit and not just to rest, obviously. Right? This is not a show. Walk up the wall. Point your feet. Strong wall handstand. Elevate your shoulders, elbows are locked. I hope you're doing this with me. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Shoulders lean towards the front, both feet are on the wall. Push your finger into the floor. Push back, one foot leaves the wall. Straight handstand. Shoulders lean in front. Shoulders lean back, other foot comes off the wall. Shoulders lean in front. Push both feet back up the wall. Take 4 steps to walk away. Well done. Hey, nice. Good. We're not going to do this one more time. The last technical drill that I have for us today is going to be that we do the slide away, but we actually take the feet off the wall. Now you have 2 choices here because you're either able to take your feet off or you're not able to take your feet off. And if you're not able to take your feet off, I don't want you to do this just now. I don't want you to waste your time here falling over this and this and this. Instead, I want you to focus on good and well-aligned form so you can build strength and proprioception where you actually need it. And once you're ready, your feet are going to come off anyways. I'll show you what we're going to do. We have 2 options. We're going to do 2 sets of this. Option number 1, your shoulders slide towards the front. Feet leave the wall naturally without jumping. You align yourself. You push out nice and tall. We come back to the wall. Option number 2 is you stay out here in front. You build that strength. We push back up. Either way, you're doing 6 seconds. You're going to come here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you're going to come here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sounds good? 6 seconds, 2 reps, 2 sets. Let's get to work. Starting with your hands on the floor. Remember, you gotta come close to the wall. Walk your hands close to the wall. Hands shoulder width apart, elbows are locked, scapulas elevated. Look at the spot in between your hands. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged, everything's engaged. Shoulders lean in front. Take your feet off the wall or stay on the wall for 2, 3, push out tall, 4, 5, 6, feet back on the wall, push back up, 1. One more time, shoulders lean in front, feet leave the wall. You've got 1, 2, push out tall, 3, stay up, 4, make it work, 5, back to the wall, 6, well done, come down. Hey, good job. Nice, that 2 times 6, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you go full out, it's a lot, it's hard work. And we're gonna do a second set of this pretty much straight away, short little breather. Now, I know there's a very high chance your elbows might be bent, your shoulders might not be protracted, your shoulders surely aren't fully elevated, and your legs might not even be engaged. Just once you're in the handstand, go through this little mental checklist, or I'm probably going to yell the checklist at you, and see if these things occur, like if this is true to you, or if you're actually engaged and well aligned, because your engagement and alignment is absolutely key when it comes to the stroke. You ready? Let's get to work. Come up the wall. Feet are on the wall, hands off. Hands are shoulder width apart, elbows are locked, scapula is elevated. Look at the hands, look at the spot between your hands. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Everything is tight. Shoulders lean in front, you're protracted. Feet leave the wall, you've got 1, 2, push out nice and tall, 3, stay fingertip heavy, 4, 5, 6, back to the wall. Let's do this one more time. Shoulders lean in front, feet leave the wall, push out nice and tall. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, beautiful. Walk away, come down. Nice. All right, good job, good job. You know what? For the technical part today, this is gonna be it. I don't want to completely burn you out before we get towards considered my personally favorite part, the conditioning, of course. Now here's what we're gonna do for conditioning. We're gonna do, as always, 3 exercises, back, to back, to back. There's no breaks here at all, so it's hard. But with every round, we're gonna do less reps. Round number 1, or exercise number 1, I should say, is gonna be again a shoulder leaning exercise. You can do this as a half slide away, but I would recommend to do it in an L handstand because it's a little bit easier and it's gonna get a lot. So in a half slide away, you would come here, shoulders lean in front, you tap the blocks, we push back up. Shoulders lean in front, you tap the blocks, you push back up. That's option number 1. Option number 2, if you put the blocks a little bit further away, you were in the L handstand, shoulders lean in front, you come back up. Option number 3, from the pike stand, shoulders lean in front, we come back up. You can start at 1 and work your way down. It's not a problem at all. But what I really need is that you stay strong until the very, very, very end, okay? Don't ever rest. Just go into an easier progression, but make it work till we're done. Exercise number 2, and it's going to be a hard one after this, is going to be the super people. Arms come around, forearm plank, front and back. And we lay back down. This is nice because your shoulders are completely fried at this point. Here, 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 front and back. Last one, hands are going to be out in front. We're going to do swimming. Cha, 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 as fast as you can. Swimming is going to be 20 every single round. For the rest, we're going to do 8, 6, and 4. First round is going to be hard, there's no question about it. Second round, well, we're doing less reps, still hard. Third round, we do almost no reps at all, but you're going to be fried and it's going to be really hard, okay? No matter what, you don't stop, we just keep going and we make it work together. First one is going to be half slide away or the L handstand leans for 8 reps. Let's get to work. Get yourself set up, middle finger against the block, feet on the wall, you ready? Shoulders lean in front, push back 1. Shoulders lean in front, touch, push back 2. And 3, and 4, halfway there. 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Beautiful. Come down to the floor, get rid of your blocks for now. We're going to do the super people. Lift up, forearm plank, front and back. Lay down. Lift up, forearm plank, front and back. 2, lift up, forearm plank, front and back. 3, lift up, forearm plank, front and back. 4, halfway there. Let's go. You got this. Forearm plank, protracted, post your power tilt, front and back. 5, lift as high as you can. Forearm plank. 6, 2 more. Come on, we're almost there. Lift up, forearm plank. 7, last one. Lift up, forearm plank. 8, down on your tummy, everything out towards the front. Lift everything up and let's go swimming. 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter there, 6, 7, faster, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got it, 7, 18, 19, back up, second round, straight away, we're doing 6 reps, come on. Leave me hanging. Feet are on the wall, let's get to work. Scapula is elevated, elbows locked, shoulders lean in front, push back 1, shoulders lean in front, push back 2, in front, push back 3, push back 4, in front, 5, last one, 6, beautiful, come back down, put the blocks to the side, hands, lift everything up, forearm plank, front and lift up, forearm plank, front and back, 2, lift up, forearm plank, front and back, 3, lift up, forearm plank, whoo, getting winded, lift up, forearm plank, 5, last, forearm plank, and 6, nice, lay down, lift it all up, 20 seconds swimming, you got this, let's go, and 1, 2, faster, 3, 4, higher, 5, 6, 7, 8, now halfway there, you got this, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, and we're done. Woo! Last round, best round. Come on, you got it. 4 reps. Go by so fast. Hands on the floor, feet against the wall. Shoulders lean in front, don't leave me hanging. Push up 1. Shoulders lean in front, push back 2. Shoulders lean in front, push back 3. Last one, best one in front. 4. On your tummy, please. We don't need the blocks anymore. Get rid of them. Lift everything up high. Arms come around, forearm plank. Front and back 1. Lift everything high. Arms come around, forearm 2. Lift everything high. Arms come around, forearm plank, front and back 3. Last one, best one. Lift up, around, forearm plank, front and back. On your tummy, last swimming. You got this. Come on. Lift high and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 9. Halfway there. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did it. Well done. This was hard, but whew, I'm winded too. Damn. Look. Put one arm against the wall. Get a little chest stretch going to start. Get a little post-workout stretch. We use our shoulders a lot. These slideaways, you know, they're not just good for your handstands. They're also going to be good for your planche work, really. Pushing work, handstand push-ups too. Every time, change arms please. Every time you come through, right? Your shoulders have to lean in front in order to do a good handstand push-up. Also for the press to handstand, essential strength. Pretty much no matter which calisthenics goal you're working on, as long as it happens on your hands, you need to be working on your slideaways. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for making me work out. Thanks for giving me a good workout. That was fun. If you enjoyed the workout, you want to do it again, or if, for example, you missed this morning's workout or last week's workout, or you know you're not going to be able to attend next week's workout, head over to my website and check out my workout library. It's a collection of workouts with by now more than 100 workouts, non-follow along. Those are self-paced that are customizable towards your current level. At the same time, you have to that are hosted here at my gym in Santa Monica, plus pre-recorded workouts from different studios, this and that. This list, both of these lists are constantly growing and we're constantly adding new features. Be added as, for example, a version where you can request your own workouts, and even very special after, there's going to be a specific workout where you're going to be able to upload a video of you doing an exercise from the workout, and you're going to get my direct and individual feedback. Guys, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for joining.